Hello, Blue Justin here, still Justin, still not blue about my media, but still a little bit blue about my back pain. But let's deal with that a lot later. Yeah, a couple of things to catch up on. I had arrivals today. I had watching of films. I have watching of YouTube video, and I have placed an order. So I've got a reasonable amount to get through. Just catching up quickly on my back. I went for my x-ray this afternoon, and yep, that went okay. They just said that it had to go off to the specialist. He couldn't actually see anything obvious that was broken, but it goes to a specialist analysis unit just so they can examine the x-ray in more detail to see if they can spot any hairline fractures or anything like that, some splinters. So yeah, that was today. This is, as you I'm sure aware, that this is the last of my daily vlogs. It's coming to an end because this is the last day of July, and so I don't think I can go out with as big a bang as I came in with a Bond set, but let's see what we can do, shall we? First up, I had a couple of arrivals. I had two different bags of t-shirts arrive. One from a monthly random order that I get, and second bag from QWERTY, the shop that I've gone into a few times on my videos because of their cheap stocks. This one I don't believe was a summer sale one, but it was a day one, so to speak, so it got price reduced, whatever. Oh, actually no, this one might have been an extra in the summer sale. I tell a lie, but anyway, the ones from my monthly random selection box were these are loosely movie related or media related. This one is a simple pocket design one. This will be more familiar to the anyone who's an anime fan. It's like a pocket, so sort of like, the shirt design type with a pretend pocket character in it. In this particular case, you can see the girl with the bamboo cane in her mouth. That is a thing in anime where the character is usually a demon and will bite you, so they put cane of bamboo into their mouths and they bite that instead, so they don't bite people. This one's another little funny. This is a crossover one between Lord of the Rings and sort of my job, which is Kodo. I don't know if you can see that easily. Kodo Baggins. Yep. Okay, I get it. It's not the greatest joke of all time, but they're reasonably priced. So, and I have to. Essentially, it's a subscription fee for per month, and I get to pick two of their shirts from their monthly selection, which are totally random. So I just pick the two that I find most suitable for, most likely that I'm going to wear and like best. Sometimes they have a great selection and I wish I had three choices, and sometimes some months they have I wish I could just skip this month, it's not much cop, but you can't do that. And Finally, this is one that a few people might like. I know that I think Jamie Powell's wife, and I think it's at you, Megs, who's a bit of a fan. I just so on Lilo and Stitch. It isn't really specifically related, but I do quite like these films. I'm often being mistaken for an adult because of my age, which is I think is quite suitable for me sometimes. So yeah, those are good fun, I think. So anyway, sorry, I'm a bit parched. John Wick glasses, cheers. What else did I get up to today? Oh yes, that was the two. That was the T-shirt arrivals. The other arrival was a disc from Amazon, which I'd ordered yesterday. This is one of Hordes of Horror's most liked titles. It appeared definitely on her A to Z of horror titles that she would recommend, which she did, I believe, as a 2 years on YouTube anniversary video, which was great to watch. I ended up getting about 5 or 6 titles off that. Hordes, you're costing me money, and I don't mind. And this one, she was also defended on her when people give 1-star reviews to movies that she really likes video, and I thought it was out of print, but it isn't apparently. It's just seems to be hard to get hold of though, and that's Frankenhooker. Yeah, a body horror comedy. You don't often hear that phrase, which is where a science geek accidentally kills his girlfriend in I think it's a lawnmower accident. There's a good start. And decides to rebuild her from parts of streetwalkers who he kills and puts together. But unfortunately, due to an electrical storm or an electrical accident, which zaps her brain, she goes on a killer rampage throughout the city. It's apparently rather amusing, and I'm looking forward to watching that one. So thanks for the recommendation, Holt. Also today I did some watching, and segueing in, one of the watch I did on YouTube was Hordes of Horror's latest season of watches that she does on Wednesday for Patreons only. So this was the first of the new season, if you like, or change of things that she's been watching. And it's I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, which is quite annoying. I shall probably remember later and put it up here. Monster something, I think. And it's a horror anthology series which ran for one season, with each story being totally different from each other from week to week. So she's going to be doing a watch along with those for the next however many episodes the season was. And the first one was rather weird and didn't get explained particularly well, which I think I would agree with Hord's definition of it on as she watched. But it was good fun, so I'm really looking forward to some of the others. Horde's unique and wonderful comments and commentaries on what she's seeing as she goes along. and the series itself, which I think will probably vary, like all anthologies, will probably vary in quality. It was a fun watch, though. Like as I said, rather a confusing one for week one. You'd have thought they'd have made something in the opening episode, one of the stronger, more, especially also more easy to understand the motivations of the characters type ones. But it was good, and I enjoyed it. And leading on to what else I watched today, I watched 3 movies, and today's theme was Mr. Cruise, or 2 movies that I had seen before, one of which was in 4K. First up, I watched my 4K of Days of Thunder, essentially Top Gun in race cars. It's good fun. It's not, it's no Top Gun. They tried to recapture the lightning, but that didn't work that well. But it's Tom Cruise. He's a race car driver. He's to rip off a bit of an American comedian's comments along this line as well. Like for Top Gun, he was a fighter pilot, pretty good fighter pilot. Then he has a crisis of confidence and brings it until he gets brought back from the edge by a beautiful woman. He's a race car driver, pretty good race car driver. Has a crisis of confidence until he's brought back from the edge by a beautiful woman. And but the racing scenes are pretty darn good, like the fight sequences in Top Gun, to be fair. And you can't really go too. You can't. It's never going to be a bad movie when you got it's a Simpson Bruckheimer production. And those are all those pretty much deliver. It's directed by Tony Scott, and it's got a score by Hans Zimmer. I mean, those are some of the big names, if you weren't counting Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, who were starring. So along with Randy Quaid and Robert Duvall. So that was the first of my cruise watches. I followed up with something a little bit what I call very cruise light, when it's pretty young in this one. Started off almost as Secret of My Success. It reminded me very much of when it first came out, and that is Cocktail. Tom Cruise as a bartender, pretty good bartender. Has a bit of a crisis of confidence, brought back by a love of a beautiful woman. So, I wouldn't particularly rate this as highly as others, but he plays it fun. It's a good movie. He's a bit of a dick in it, and essentially, and you're not surprised that he turns out getting on the wrong end of things. He's young and inexperienced, shall we say, or at least Loves would say, yes, he's being a total dick. And it's nice to see Elizabeth Shue in something as well, from lots of things. She's the girlfriend in Back to the Future 2 and 3, and the original, aka the only one I'll watch, in Adventures in Babysitting. Great fun. I'm not watching the remake. I just aren't. I'm not. You shouldn't have remade Adventures in Babysitting. It's just wrong. And also Brian Brown, who is just great as the Lothario older barkeeper who teaches him his craft, and starts off being his friend, and then lots of backstabbing goes on, etc. But he does remain his friend really to the end, etc. So it's a good enough movie. And as it says, it's totally entertaining. I put it down as entertaining. And next up, it is another Tom Cruise movie, but something totally different. And the only thing I regret about watching it is the fact that I know that I have the 4K, but I can't find it. It's in a box. I should have replaced the Blu-ray on the shelf the second I got it. I should have just taken it and replaced it and then put the Blu-ray in my to be sold pile instead of leaving the Blu-ray in place on the shelf and putting the 4K away to be put on the shelves after I'd done a video of showing it on me having bought it, etc. However, this was a first time watch for me, and this was absolutely excellent in my opinion. I don't think it's necessarily one I'll be rewatching multiple times, as Tom Cruise goes against type much, but it was a really, really good film, and that is Collateral, where Tom, as I say, plays against type as the protagonist, and he's a hitman who has to carry out a number of jobs in one night, forcing Jamie Foxx as the taxi driver to take him from job to job. And it's very, very tense and clever in places. And I guessed where the final kill and the where it was going in the end, but it was really well put together. You never knew where they were going to, whether or not Hollywood would suddenly subvert all your expectations or something like that. But I guessed obviously where what the final sequence would be about, but you never could tell right up to the end whether it was going to swing one way or the other. But it was very, very good film. Michael Mann, so there's a hint. Shoots to thrill, according to the Hot Dog review. I would have said a little bit better than for that. Yeah, so there's a nice section on the fact it's got a commentary by Michael Mann, which is nice. There's a making of. There's a deleted scene that's also got a commentary that's not bad. There's a location section, a shooting on location featurette, visual effects, rehearsal scenes with Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx, and the original theatrical trailers and teaser trailers. So I really thoroughly enjoyed that. Of the three, I'd say that was the highest quality of the three that I'd watched, if not one that I will necessarily rewatch on a regular basis. So I don't know what's up my throat this evening. And really that just leads me on to one last thing I did today, which was I put in an order. And again, it's a long way order, an order for October. I think it's the first Monday in October, if I'm not mistaken. It's the 6th or 7th. And that order is for Silverado on 4K Steelbook. Now that'll be an upgrade for me. I've got Silverado on Blu-ray. It's a great underrated Western in my opinion. And so I put in my order the second I saw it. I for some reason I'd missed it for a couple of days after the emails started coming through about the fact that it was going to be released. But luckily it wasn't one of those ones that sells out in 24 hours, so the fact I missed it coming through. wasn't the end of the world. So all it is left for me to do now for this video is to just do a quick run through the set and thank the people who've had wonderful videos that I have watched throughout my daily vlog month. And that's not to say that I don't appreciate other people whose videos I also watch and I also follow. It's just I do tend to end up doing there are certain people I'll always watch, but there are also a lot of people who I'll just end up catching one of their videos and go reminded how good they are and doing a batch of theirs or whatever, and I'll just go through cycles like that. And if you were unlucky enough not to get watched during July, I apologise, but I do follow a lot of people. But although there are thanks to these following YouTubers for providing me with lots and lots of lovely content for me to watch during this month. Well, that's AJ's Movie Place. Thank you very much. That's Hordes of Horror. Mentioned her a lot of times, Hannah. Lisa Loves. I've also thank you very much for your supporting, commenting and watching my videos as I put them out. Meg's Movies. I watch quite a few of hers, even if I haven't necessarily watched more than the shopping video this month. I watch quite a lot of Meg's Movies regularly. Mid-Level Media from the US. He's someone that I tend to watch quite a lot of his stuff, though he's only appeared in the last few days. Phil with a double L. He's another one that I watch pretty regularly. If his live streams weren't 2 hours long, I'd watch them more often. They're great I'm quite happy to break them up and watch them bit by bit though, so I do usually end up watching them only a bit at a time. Ray Lee's Media, and also I have to mention the pair who went shopping with Meg's Movies, whose videos I do catch when they put material out, even if it's not going out on a triple shopping video, who are Smithboy and Slayer Reviews. Both marvellous people, met them both. And also I'd like to mention special thanks to and other people who I would be watching more regularly if they were producing movie content videos at the moment. Those are Big Paulie, who I put forward my support for his weight loss journey and his videos that are doing that. I just haven't been watching those, but obviously I wish him all the best of luck, because I could do with doing the same myself. And I obviously want to send out my support to Kermit's Ghost and Jamie Powell, who are both great content producers, but who are off now at the moment, both supporting their wives through sickness and medical difficulties. And my heart and prayers and support do go out to Katie and Melanie, and I hope that they're receiving the best treatment and everything is going as well as can possibly be expected. And I hope that when everything has returned to normal and everyone is recovered as better, then they can return to YouTube and start producing material again that will hopefully make them and everybody else happy. You're missed, guys, and I'm sure everybody sends their best to you. Also, I would like to obviously send out my thanks to the ambulance crew from next door who helped me when I had my fall, and to all ambulance crews across the country, especially in this area, and Multi-Region Magic for supply of my new multi-region 4K player, ordered on Monday night, turned up by Wednesday morning. So pretty rapid stuff and in perfect nick. And obviously I would like to send my very, very best out to everyone who's watched the videos, everyone who's commented on the videos, and in fact to all my subscribers, who I do appreciate every single time I do one of these videos. And you're the people who make it worth me actually sitting down and producing these for and planning them out, even if they don't look planned at all. So thank you very much for subscribing to me and watching and commenting. And on that sort of subject, I will just pre-advertise things. Obviously these daily vlogs are coming to an end. I might produce something like a wrap-up vlog day to say these things that I ordered that arrived just a little bit after the end of my period of vlogs. But also I'd like to advertise the upcoming videos that I do have planned, which are 2 hauls, which are my birthday haul, which happened at the end of last month, but I only received certain presents in the middle of this month, and I wanted to combine it into the birthday one, rather than saying, oh, I got this for my birthday, this one here, halfway through, just for one of my days. And I will also be producing a big combined second quarter haul, best of, because if I did everything I bought in the second quarter, I'd be here all week, knowing me. And as I yabber on about them like this, so that's for April, May and June. I will choose my various, or ones maybe you haven't seen, or ones that I have a t-shirt for, so I can match them up for fun. And do that video coming up soon. I'll also obviously be following on with my anime series, and the next one of those will be, as promised, which is my opening of all the stuff I have received from the new Otaku box subscription that you have seen. Let me show you just a little bit of during my daily vlogs for July. And also I'm going to intend to start a new series about doing my top 5 films for each year that I have been alive. So, and that means that it's going to be quite a long series, because I've been alive quite a long time, and sometimes I feel my age. And ignoring that, let's just wrap up this video now, and just say thank you to everybody who's watched, like I said. And I do appreciate any comments that you want to make on this video. A like on this video would be great, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. And also any comments will be replied to, and I appreciate everybody who watches and subscribes and comments. So thank you very much indeed. And for now, bye.